Next, we're going to hear from Google leaders who are driving our AI for good work forward. They're driving it forward. So for our first talk, I'm very excited to introduce Brigitte Hoyer Gosselink. She's the head of product impact at Google.org. Brigitte leads at Google.org social AI for social good, sustainability and crisis response initiatives. So welcome, Brigitte, to the stage.
Thank you all so much for joining us here today. As Molly and Sherry mentioned, we're so excited by the progress that the organizations we've supported have been making. But it hasn't been easy, and we know there's still a lot more work to do. And that's why we're really framing this as a learning opportunity for all of us. We want to share what we've been learning together in our work over the past 9 months, and we want to hear more about your experience. And with that in mind, I wanted to offer just a few invitations for the day. First, let's embrace the potential. So as Molly said, you're hopefully all here because you likely believe in the potential of AI to benefit society. But you also may be sitting here with a healthy dose of skepticism. And I personally share that in many ways. I tend to be skeptic myself, so I respect where you're coming from. But we need to be clear-eyed about the potential risks of AI and skeptical of grandiose statements that can solve all of our problems. But we also need to embrace the opportunity that it presents. And I think if we don't, we are missing out on some real potential impact in the world that would not otherwise be possible. Second, I invite you to dig into the details. There is a lot of hype about AI these days. And we really hope that we'll be able to go beyond an abstract conversation to really understand, what do we mean by AI? What do we mean by social good? We are going to all make more progress when we really understand and are specific about AI's applications. What is it good at? What is it not good at? And there's a lot of meaningful experience in this room. So really take the time to ask hard questions. Let's really understand how these organizations and how many of you are using AI in your work, and what's really enabling that progress, and what is that unlocking? Let's also think about what's been hard in implementation so far, and where we can work more collectively to help break down some of those barriers. And if you're not already an AI expert, I hope you'll learn something about AI techniques and tools that organizations are using. If you are an AI expert, I hope that you'll also learn the hard work that it takes to actually be using those tools on the front lines of social change. And finally, I invite you to help us write the next chapter of this work. I've already talked with folks this morning who are asking us, what's next? You're going to do another one of these? What's happening? And the answer is that we don't know. We are in a very nascent stage of this work. And I think we all have the opportunity to think about not only how we can support some of these early use cases. The 20 organizations who we've supported, I know, would benefit tremendously from additional partnership. But also to think about how we can set these use cases up as example lighthouses for transforming entire sectors, entire ways in which we're doing this type of work, in the same ways that we've seen AI transform so much of our world and the way that we are living our day-to-day lives. We want to be ultimately finding those hero use cases that will guide the development of this technology going forward. Ultimately, it's up to us to determine how AI will benefit society.